हा मॅडम. मग मेलवर तुम्हाला लिंक आली असेल मला. Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, all of you. Welcome to the third episode of Bold Talks. And this is a talk show, and this talk show focuses on career development in youngsters. So this is probably one of the only talk show which is completely focused on career development in youngsters, skill development, employability development in youngsters. And today, this episode will be conducted from 8 o'clock, that's right now, from 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock. And this episode is also being live streamed on YouTube channel and Facebook page of BoldNet India. So just in case some of your colleagues or friends are not able to log in here, tell them to search for BoldNet India on YouTube or Facebook, and they can watch it live. So welcome all of you. We are starting this show, and before we actually start the conversation with our chief guest, that is Dr. Anjali Ramteke, and before I introduce her, I would like to quickly introduce myself and also tell you what BoldNet is all about, just in 2 to 3 minutes, and then we will start the conversation with Dr. Anjali. So I'm just sharing a screen. Just give me a moment. Okay, so I hope you are able to see my screen. Can somebody just respond?
Yes.
Okay, super. Thank you so much, Abhay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, thank you. So my name is Avinash Deshmukh. I am a international certified career coach, and I have coached more than 2,000 students so far in last few years. I am a NCDA certified career services provider, that is certified career coach. I am also a multiple intelligence analyst, and I have over 27 years of career experience, and that was the career that spanned over corporate sector, social work, entrepreneurship, and business. So today I am with you for this particular talk show. This was a idea that we conceived, that all the youngsters across the country face a lot of confusion when they come into standard 9th, 10th, or 11th and 12th, and there are multiple opportunities. In fact, globally, you will not believe, but there are more than 30,000 career opportunities, and what to choose, how to choose is a major confusion for most of the youngsters today. And the major reason being, of course, overexposure of information and knowledge, and that creates a lot of confusion. So here we are at BoldNet India to help you out with your career guidance, as well as to help you out with developing your personality and developing your employability skills, which will further lead to getting you employed in the right kind of organization, and it will ultimately make you happy and satisfied. So I'll quickly tell you what BoldNet. So BoldNet basically is Buddies Open Learning and Development Network. So as the name suggests, this is a community-based platform wherein youngsters like you and professionals like me and Dr. Anjali are there on a same platform wherein we help you cruise through your journey of career development. So we help you understand what is required, how to take decisions with respect to various career options. We help you understand how to build your career, and we help you cruise through this challenging journey of making your career. So this is a platform which focuses on personality development. It focuses on employability development, and it focuses on, of course, leadership development. And before that, we definitely help you with a complete, thorough, end-to-end 360-degree career guidance process. It's a highly personalized career guidance process wherein we don't tell you what are the various career options only, but we actually tell you what are the various career options which are suitable for you. Because having a career compatibility is more important than just your interest or desire. You should be compatible to a career. You should be working in a career which is based on your strength areas and not on your weak areas. You should be doing a career in which you are deeply interested in because you can do well in that career. You should be doing a career in a subject which you are most proficient at. And how do we understand? How do we explore that? There are various tools, and we help you do that in a very scientific and objective manner. So that's how the journey at BoldNet begins, with your career guidance, with your career identification, career choice. Then it moves on to building you for the required career. Because every career needs a different kind of approach. Every career needs different kinds of skill sets to be achieved. And today we are going to talk about skill sets. And Dr. Anjali is an authority person for that. And definitely we'll be focusing much on that. So we will, after you come into BoldNet, after you have your career guidance process done, we focus on building you for the journey ahead. And that includes building your personality, that includes building your leadership skills. And of course, that includes building, developing employability skills in you. Apart from that, BoldNet has abroad education consultancy and coaching. So we handhold you throughout your journey of getting admitted in any abroad university across the globe. We are working with almost all the major countries which usually Indian students aspire for. And we work not only in undergrad courses, but we also work in postgrad courses and postdoctoral courses also. Apart from that, we provide individual student coaching. So whatever you need, we are here to help you out with, not only with the educational pathways, but also with your personal problems or with your behavioral issues or anything related to your development. So basically, a mentor, a coach is available to you at BoldNet. Of course, we also have institutional services wherein we provide career guidance and personality development and employability development through institutions like schools and colleges. So we provide these services through these institutions as well. And of course, one more opportunity, in case you or anybody you know is interested to become a career coach, career counselor, then we do have an opportunity for you in that sector as well. We train you, we mentor you, and we handhold you throughout your journey of being a career counselor. So this is a snapshot, this is a gist of what we do. Now, without much ado, I would like to introduce Dr. Anjali Jagtap Ramteke. Dr. Anjali ma'am, welcome to Bold Talks, and heartfelt gratitude to you for being here on this platform and helping, agreeing easily, very readily to help the students. A heartiest welcome to you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I think you will have to check out your volume. Your voice is not completely audible.
Okay, I'll check, sir.
Yeah, if you are on a headset or a earphone, you can keep your mic nearby.
Otherwise, I'll attend from my mobile, because on laptop, I'm trying to increase this volume. Yes, sir. Can you hear me now clearly?
Yes. Now okay. It's much better. Okay, so look at the profile and resume of Dr. Anjali. She is a PhD in education. She has done her BSc chemistry and MSc in food and nutrition. She has done her MA in English, and she has also completed her B.Ed and M.Ed. And look at it, she has qualified her SET exam, she has qualified her NET exam in education field, as well as she has qualified her NET exam in English field. Most importantly, she has done a research project on skill gap in students between university curriculum and job competencies. So we all have so far known, and most of you must have heard about this, that okay, students are getting graduated from various colleges and institutions, but they are not getting employed. And the National Skill Development Corporation recent study states that on an average, the employability in India across all the graduates is less than 70%. And this is applicable to all graduates. That means only less than 70%, slightly less than 70% students are employable, and the rest of the students are not employable. And this percentage varies for various graduation courses. And this includes the management courses, this includes the engineering courses, and this also includes medicine courses as well. And not to say about BCom and BA and all other courses. The employability factor for engineering is much lesser as well. So today we are going to talk about what students should be focusing on when it comes to developing their skills, because just taking degree is not good enough if you want to get employed in a good organization, or if you want to even become, you want to start your own business, or you want to become self-employed. So just having a degree is not enough. You need to focus on skill development. And today we are going to talk about skill development, the importance of it, what is skill development, what kinds of skills we are going to require. So with this, I would now invite Dr. Anjali to share her preliminary views about what skill development is all about. How can a student actually launch his career skillfully? Dr. Anjali, over to you.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me here on this platform. Am I audible, sir, now?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so thank you for your introduction. I mean, my introduction given by you. That was more than actually what I am. So that is the academic qualification and experience which one gets naturally with the course of time as one starts career. Okay, so sir has actually invited me here to discuss about how to launch careers skillfully, right? So actually, sir, I think we are here to have a talk or discussion or chat over this topic, how to launch the careers skillfully. So I would like to ask you, sir, how should we exactly begin with, and what is the main question for today's discussion on this
Okay.
book?
So I would rather like to begin with your study, your research project, which you have mentioned that you did a research project in the field of what is the skill gap between what universities teach and what are the various job competencies required. So would you like to throw some light? We would like to understand what is your research and what is the outcome, and what would you like to advise on that?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for this question. This is a very important question. Actually, you had mentioned in your introduction about National Skill Development Corporation. So that is how a Skill India mission was started in 2015, maybe before that. But there is a National Skill Development Policy. The other day we had a discussion and I mentioned a few details about it. So they had already performed some kind of skill gaps in curriculum and exactly what the industries require for the national development, which sectors are going to contribute to the economy of the nation. So Skill India mission focuses on those sectors and jobs in those sectors where really the manpower is required, the trained manpower. Okay, so the task was to initiate the skill development programs in higher education institutes, where the students pursuing higher education institutes will be equipped with the skills which are actually required in the industries, in government sector as well as in private sector. So industries came into picture. They were brought into partnership to play the role, like exactly what do you require? The industries were asked. So that is how the studies began, and the study was conducted, and that is how the national occupational standards came to effect. National occupational standards exactly they map all the skills, competencies which are required for performing the job roles which may be available in these sectors. These sectors may be IT, that is information technology, ITES means IT enabled services, it may be automotive sector, healthcare sector, wellness, beauty, and renewable energy. So all these important sectors were identified, and these industries were classified into groups under these sectors, and the sectors had their functions, like to set the national occupational standards, to identify the job roles, to prepare the qualification packs which are required for a particular job role. So that is how it came into academics also, when the courses or the programs like Bachelor of Vocation started. So the students over here, they might have heard about this. Like we have traditional courses, bachelor's degree programs in arts, commerce, and science, like BA, BCom, BSc, engineering, that is Bachelor of Engineering, BE. Similarly, from 2014, a new program was started at bachelor degree level, and that was BVoc, that is Bachelor of Vocation. The idea was the students will get vocational education along with the underpinning theory of that particular domain. For example, if it is renewable energy, so what are the job roles in renewable energy? There are various sources of renewable energy. So they may require engineers, technicians, and a lot of such job roles were identified. And then, depending upon the knowledge and skills which every job role will require, a curriculum was prepared. Okay, so that curriculum was adopted by the higher education institutes which conduct this Bachelor of Vocation degree programs. So what are the main features of these programs? Like they focus mainly on practical aspect, where the hard skills is a core part. So for like acquisition of these hard skills, a student needs to undergo on-job training, which is actually in industrial setting. Because in the classroom, what happens, the teacher is trying to bring forward a picture which is in the industry, but that may not always match, because industry or technology is highly rapidly developing, and the curricula, they always fall behind, because every year, every month, the syllabus will not be updated. Correct. But the technology grows very fast, because we can see that we get the updates on mobiles, like you update this application now, because you may lose some features if you have the old version of your operating system, or old version of your mobile application. So that is how it rapidly changes, but the curriculum will not change that rapidly. So that is a shortcoming in all the existing curricula. So as sir asked me what I exactly found in this particular study, I found that most of the topics are related to theoretical or academic content, especially in languages like Marathi, English, Hindi, even in commerce, sociology, philosophy. So they are just focusing on the theoretical aspects. But a student, when goes out with that particular bachelor's degree, he may not be able to perform a single task. He may not be able to write an application also. But suppose like it's a master's in Sanskrit or a BA in Sanskrit. So what is like the requirement at present? So digitization of the old scriptures. So for which again technical knowledge is required. So the curriculum should have that particular, kind of component, where they will be introduced to such a software which is used by such organizations who work for digitization of old scriptures. Right. So to some extent, we tried to incorporate such things into syllabi. And what the university did in 2014, we developed some content which can be, taken, what we can say, selected by the student in the form of some electives or courses. So which will give them some skill sets. So along with their original degree, like maybe master of MA in Sanskrit or MA in Marathi, they will have an additional certification. So, for example, there was one course, Modi, learning Modi script. Modi is an ancient Marathi script, Maharashtra
Yes.
script. There are many literature, there is a lot of literature available in that. So they need people who translate that Modi script into Marathi or English. So such courses were developed. Then some other courses like desktop publishing, web designing, even first aid, yoga therapy. So such courses were developed and they were incorporated into master's curricula, so that the students will select any one of these courses of their choice and they will earn the credit for that. So at least with the graduation PG degree, they can say that, oh, I have this additional certificate, so I may be able to do this kind of service for any organization which is offering the same kind of service. So that was the main idea. And there the same were the findings from the study which I conducted for a research project, that curricula are focusing on academics and the theoretical content. They may have the knowledge of that, they may collect the information, but that is not the work which is done in the market, either in private sector or government sector. Suppose you know Marathi literature, English literature, you know lots of writers and their creations, but actually what you have to do after you study all that and go to the market, you ask for a job. So what you are able to do, so that question is not answered by the degree certificate. Okay, so they need to, what we have, one can do, say entire curriculum will take time to undergo revolution. What the students can do, see, actually our journey begins in the school with like which subject you like, and then we try to explore some opportunities to learn that subject. So we accordingly we choose our junior college stream, arts, science, commerce. Later on again we go for bachelor's degree program in that, and then after you complete all that, suddenly the question is changed. Now what job you would like to do to earn money? Now so far it was what do you like to study, and now it is what would you do to earn money? Now that interest may not be able to help you sustain in earning money and to earn your living. So that is the gap. Then what one can do, you can take some add-on courses along with your main bachelor's degree program or whatever traditional education you are pursuing. So that is the main idea. We are following credit system in the university, and now it is industry 4.0. So you must have heard about this concept, that is industry 4.0. The students over here, they may be able to tell better about this. This is industry 4.0 or 4.0 is fully like artificial intelligence, automation, smart manufacturing. And then what was 3.0? When the computers were introduced, we go back to 2.0 when the industries were introduced in England and these European countries. And before that, were there no industries? Of course, there were industries. There were cottage industries. We had people, the weavers, who used to make very fine cloth, which was even exported to other countries. The British and other, invaders came basically for those things which were made in India. So industry 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and now 4.0 or 4.0. So this is a revolution. It has taken place very naturally.
Okay.
With the advancement in technology.
Yeah, here I would like to interrupt, and sorry for that. But before you actually move ahead, I would like to understand, was your career research focused on certain faculties, or it was spanning across engineering, across commerce, across arts? How was it?
Yes, this particular study was focused on very, very traditional branches, disciplines like arts. But apart from that, we had conducted a separate, it was a separate initiative of developing content for engineering, law, pharmacy, education, arts, commerce, science, for all the branches. What we did, we gave them some add-on courses so that their traditional, kind of academic content will be, we can say, fortified with this new skill-based course. So they had a choice. We had given some around 70 to 80 courses, and which were published on our website. So that particular faculty will access a course over there, and they can choose any one of the skill development course and incorporate that into curriculum.
Can you name few courses of these
Yes,
70 to 80 so that the students here can understand, okay, what they can focus on?
Yes, sir. Actually, these courses were for master's degree programs. I would like to mention a few courses. They were under for different sectors like computer, for example, desktop publishing, web designing, hardware and networking. Okay. Then for health, from healthcare sector, we had yoga therapy, first aid. So there are some organizations like Red Cross. So the students may be able to offer some help in such initiatives. Also, there were some courses from science like product life cycle development. The students who are interested in manufacturing or any kind of product development. So a product undergoes a typical life cycle. So that was one of the courses. Then industrial safety. Okay, so there were quite a few courses in botany, zoo, and all these identified sectors. We had offered a set of courses, as business communication skills, where, as I mentioned, the student is not able to write an application. Suppose he starts a shop, he is not able to write purchase order or a sales letter. Right? Different types of business letters are there. So they have a particular format structure. So all that is given in that course. Now, how we change with the time, because during pandemic, it so happened that offline classes were not taking place. So all these courses were actually converted into blended mode, where there were video lectures prepared, and university has its own Moodle LMS, that is learning management system. That is called Moodle. So on Moodle, all these courses were uploaded. The students can access any one of the courses of their choice, and they attend the video sessions, they complete the assignments, and that is how they are evaluated at the end of the day when they complete the course. Now, one more thing, these university courses will have limited access only to the in-house students. But one more thing I would like to mention, the students over here, any one of you has heard about Swayam MOOCs, Swayam Central?
Yes.
Somebody has heard? Vijay, Siddhi, Abhay, Prasad, Akshay? Okay, so Swayam Central is a central government MOOCs, that is massive open online courses. So you can actually navigate to this website, Swayam Central, swayam.government.in. You can register over there. There are different categories like engineering, arts, humanities, a number of technology. And there are different schools who contribute to the development and the conduct of these courses. So from
any student can register on Swayam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Any student can register. It is totally free of cost. For some courses, there is a minimal registration fee if you want a certification. So they conduct online test. There are different online testing centers like NTA, that is National Testing Agency, will conduct an examination for that. So for that, like 1,000 rupees or something, like, the fees is there. So this content is totally free of cost, and year round these courses are going on. So if the students have to learn something free of charge, they can always go to this Swayam Central. Okay, you can remember this name is quite easy, swayam.government.in.
So any student can take up any skill development course through this portal?
Yes, sir. Yes, through this portal they can access. There are a number of courses already there, maybe more than 3,000 or so. One has to scroll through that, and there are categories. So you can actually choose, less effort, with a less effort. Suppose technology. So if you search under technology, you'll be able to find some courses suitable for you. Maybe, computer languages as CPP, Python, or anything like that. Coding, simple coding, complex coding. So any course of your choice you can learn, even foreign languages. Okay. Some kind of writing, academic writing, content writing, renewable energy. So under various sectors, you will find the courses on Swayam. Anyone can do that. There is no age barrier also.
Okay, and there is no faculty-wise barriers also. I mean, as long as student is able to learn and willing to learn, he would be able to learn across faculties.
Yes. For some courses, you will find the eligibility is defined because the course content may be a little complex.
Correct.
So you can check your eligibility. Suppose if the course is for any 12th pass, so you can take up that course. And not necessarily your admission is not denied, but sometimes the course content is a little complex. because IITs, NPTEL means these are the institutes who offer these courses, IGNU. So there are different organizations like IITs and all. So when they offer the courses, you have to see the content, whether you have that prior learning, previous knowledge. So you can check that. Okay. So if you have to update
wonderful.
your skills.
That's a very important information, very crucial information. So, and what value, or I mean, in terms of, you said that you can get certificates also. So
Yes.
these certificates are valid at what kind of
Yes, sir.
organizations?
It is valid because it's a government initiative. So nobody can deny it. And especially the examination is conducted, even the course attendance and all these are very strictly monitored. So it is not just that you register and at the end of this thing you can get a certificate. Course conduct is like quite strictly monitored. So it is valid. The certificates are valid.
Oh, wonderful. So, for example, if students are from commerce faculty, would you be able to suggest them few skill development courses which will help those students
Yes,
while
sir,
they
there
are
are,
either doing
yes,
either
yes.
11th, 12th, or even during graduation?
Yes, sir. There are some courses which are related to the subjects which they learn, like accountancy and secretarial practice and financial planning. They will be able to tell better. And there are some add-on courses which may be a little advanced. They may not study that in their main curriculum, but they can search variety of courses over there, which may be complementing their knowledge of commerce. It may be related to trading or banking, finance. So under these sectors, they can search and they can find out actually what courses are offered for commerce and management. You will find these courses under commerce and management. As I told you, financial planning, business communication, account this thing related to accounts, and some software which are used for accounting.
Say, for example, Tally is a software which is widely used by CAs across the country.
Yes, yes, you can search for that. Yes, of course, there are a variety of courses because sometimes some software need to be installed on your system. Sometimes they provide the links also. And with that, you can complete the course.
Oh, wonderful. So I think what you are trying to say, and if I understand it rightly, is that nowadays, if you are going to just focus on your degree and you are going to complete your degree by focusing completely on the academics that is offered by the degree, that may not be sufficient. You will actually have to learn certain skills either during your graduation period or immediately after graduation if you are going to look at some meaningful employment.
Yes, sir. And because this, as I said, this era is called Industry 4.0 or Industry 4.0. So what I feel that these skills are at different levels. Psychological skills, technological skills, and financial skills. Psychological, I would like to say, because this is the era where everything is rapidly changing and developing, and one has to be eager to learn continuously. Because as the technology is advancing, you have to learn that. Your organization may prompt you to learn that, or you will have to keep learning. So initially also this phase, actually we have gone through it, because I remember in early 90s, we were using typewriters in offices. And after 1995, as the Windows systems came, those typewriters were replaced by the computers. Yes. Okay, so that time, they had to learn first the DOS commands, that is disk operating system. Then as the Windows came in 98 in India, maybe around 2000, they had to learn some like Microsoft Office and all that. So they also had to learn. We have survived that phase, but that was a little bit slow as compared to the speed that we are experiencing these days. So yes. The same thing is now also. It is not something not natural. This is also a natural phase, but still its characteristic feature is that it's very rapidly growing and advancing. So one has to keep learning. So now how it is, it will affect your psychology, that you have to be a little bit, it may create anxiety, some kind of tensions, some kind of, shortcomings, that if I'll be able to do this. So you need to, focus on your certain soft skills, like emotional balance, and getting rid from the stress management, work management. So these skills need to be learned, interpersonal and intrapersonal communication skills. So these are the skills which we which I can say these are psychological skills. Then technological, as like we can say, it is an industry 4.0. So everything is automated. where the 4 people were working, now one robo can replace those 4 people. Like,
Yes.
for example, mining industry. It is quite hazardous for the workers who mine workers.
Hmm.
Usually, going deeper into the mines, and there is oxygen deficiency, and it is quite risking their health. But now one robo can manage the work of 4 people. So that will lead to unemployment. So we need the people who can implement this technology, who can troubleshoot if there is any problem, the people who can fix these problems. So we want the people who are more intelligent than the artificial intelligence. So
Oh.
you have to equip yourselves. So if you don't equip yourselves, a robo is sitting there to replace you all. Okay, so that is the need of time. So that is the like how technology, IoT, that Internet of Things, everything is brought in, connected into inventory. Book my show. You can sit at home and you find out which sit is not yet booked in theater. So that is the Internet of Things, which is available everywhere. So learning that. So those people who are working in technical fields, they may have to keep on learning these things, and slowly also now also they can take up some courses to learn these things. And financial, as I said, it may happen that you are earning money but you don't know how to invest and save money for your future,
Mhm.
because there may be unforeseen events, like we faced covid. COVID-19 was unforeseen. Nobody had predicted there will be such kind of pandemic, which will seize all the activities. It has totally stopped the human life activities for more than 1 year. So that was unforeseen this thing event, and we have to get ready for such things, and for which your financial planning skills may help you. You need to save money for such things where you are not working, and during that period you may not be earning also. So
Hmm.
these are the levels of skills I believe one has to learn. And one more, only one suggestion I would like to give, that there are number of online courses where there are virtual, we can say they are virtual video sessions. You just register for the course and you attend the video classes, and you get some knowledge. You may get certified also. But instead of that, what I feel, you find some live resources like your local institutes, or live the people, resource persons who will teach you, who will guide you, because they will be available to clear your doubts, to support you. Okay, so to give you the knowledge in a very lively and friendly manner. There are some shortcomings of online courses, because you can see YouTube videos and all. When you watch a recipe or any kind of video, you can see the comment section below. There are some questions asked by the audiences, but they are never answered. Okay, so that may not be very helpful in all the aspects of our life. We need the people, teachers, traditional kind of teachers who guide you. Like sir is doing a wonderful job counseling. So counseling is a need of time. You need a counselor who guides you who counsels you in tough times, or maybe decisive times. Every time it may not be tough or hard, but at least you need support. So instead of going for everything like learning from video and Google, you please identify some institutes where you can take up these courses.
Yes, yes, wonderful. That's a wonderful sharing by you, ma'am. I would like to ask a another specific question. Say, for example, most of the time when students go to certain professional fields, more or less their skill set part sometimes is covered by their institute. Say, for example, if somebody goes for medicine field, yes, it's a completely skill-oriented course mixed with theory as well. But if a student is opting, and nowadays many students are opting for humanities faculty, that is arts faculty, traditionally called as art faculty. So can you list out 5 most prominent skills which a art student should have, or any of these skills which a art student definitely should have, irrespective of what subject he is specializing in?
Yes. As I said, sir, I have classified. I have tried to classify what should be the skill sets and the domains.
Huh.
So the first thing, like soft skills, which includes intrapersonal as well as interpersonal communication skills.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, financial planning, where you need to know various kinds of financial schemes where you can invest, grow money, so that you can thrive in hard times and even for future.
Okay.
And learning some technological things, like technical, maybe related to IT and IT enabled services, this Internet of Things, cloud computing, web designing.
Yeah, I'll just hold you here. You are talking of learning these technical courses. So do you mean to say for example, if somebody has taken admission to first year Bachelor of Arts, and maybe he has taken
Yes, yes,
and he is intending to do something in the field of either psychology or sometimes in economics,
yes,
for
sir.
example, so he should learn IoT kind of thing or web designing kind of thing additionally.
IoT may be quite advanced, but at least web designing,
Mm-hmm.
because there are some websites which are dedicated for psychology, counseling, psychological testing. So,
Okay.
they can at least, offer, they can enhance their biodata if they know such add-on things. Web designing, as I mentioned, web developing, desktop publishing, because,
Mm-hmm.
under that subject, you can do various things. It's
Okay.
not only subject knowledge and subject core, but
Mm-hmm.
it may be desktop publishing. Suppose you are having any publication, you want to start a blog, then your developing or web designing skills may help you. Okay,
Okay.
so these will be all supportive skills, because technology will be used for carrying out any kind of activity, whether it is psychology or medicine. Then one more thing is that, as I said, robotics, like as I don't know how arts faculty students, how much liking they will have for it, but students can still try to learn at least the concepts related to such things which are in market or used in industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they will be able to do this because there will be many institutes. There are many institutes offering such kind of courses. Cyber security, this is something everyone should know,
Hmm.
and this is by Pune University. It has been already incorporated in curriculum as a compulsory course. Whether
Okay.
it is arts, commerce, science, or management, everyone has to take this 4 credit. 4 credit means 60 hours course, compulsory, in the period of 2 years of their master's degree program.
Okay. It is made compulsory.
It is made compulsory because
Okay.
cybersecurity is something you should know, because you don't know that those phishing emails and kind of things, and you are always vulnerable to such attacks.
Hmm.
You never know the applications which are using, they are stealing your data. You are allowing different applications to track your movements on internet, and you don't know, so you are blindly trusting the applications in your mobile phone, and you never know you are providing the access to all the sensitive information, maybe your bank account, passwords and all. So it's compulsory for everyone.
So
This is not a
just
matter of
to,
aptitude.
yeah, absolutely, I understood. I have actually two questions with respect to this. One is quite often we have seen that whenever a course is being offered by university or the college, and
Mm-hmm.
it is being made part of, say, compulsory offering or compulsory credit
Yes.
system, students so far, and correct me if I am wrong, and I would also like to have your experience being on the other side now, since I am on the other side of the college and you are on the university side of the academics.
Okay.
How has been a student experience? Because I see to some extent some students try to do it like, अरे यार ये compulsory किया है इसको complete करना
Yes, that is
है.
their attitude. Yes,
Uh-huh. So,
it
and some
happens.
students might look at it in a very productive and a very positive way, and they would like to learn and they would like to apply it in their life in terms of either getting a job or in terms of either starting their own some sort of consultancy in that. So, what has been your experience in this particular thing after even starting such kind of practical skill development courses? And what would be your advice to these youngsters?
Okay. Sir, when it is made compulsory or mandatory, the way the students complete is as you described just now, because it is a mandatory course and credit audit course means they need to compulsorily complete these credits to qualify the examination. Otherwise, their results will not be declared as pass.
Hmm.
So that is their attitude. But the teachers can monitor this. Even student should understand the gravity, and they should they should be trained actually when they learn any content to see the objectives first. Like two more courses are compulsory in our curriculum, that is Indian Constitution and human rights.
Okay.
Because unless and until you know the human rights, Indian Constitution, it's 4 values of Indian Constitution. As a person or as a citizen, we don't grow. This is what I believe personally.
Hmm.
But this awareness has to be created somewhere right from the school age. So now in the school textbook also on the first page, you will find the preamble of Indian Constitution, which was not previously there. The entire, all the policy is based on the four pillars, that justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. These are the four core values. And unless and until we learn the importance of these values, we will not be able to implement those values in our day-to-day actions and decisions. So for being a responsible
But when
citizen,
students look at these things, I mean, I'm really not sure if students really look at this perspective of education. And most of the time, they are either looking at completing those mandatory credit points or assignments, or they are looking something which will directly give me employment.
Yes.
Right. So what would be your advice? I mean, why such kind of skills and what kind of skills rather they should focus on when they are going through their educational curriculum, whether that curriculum is being offered by the university or not? Because looking at these from a compulsory perspective, and as you rightly mentioned, what can be the way to solve this juncture? I mean, how do these students get the right perspective when they look at a particular skill development course?
Sir, about the courses, as I mentioned, so everything is IT enabled. So IT enabled, whatever comes under IT enabled services, they should keep learning that, like maybe application development, or as I said, cyber security, or web designing, or any kind of computer language programming. They should try to learn that, because whatever subject, maybe the subject, everything will be IT enabled. Like even for English, Marathi, Hindi, there is e-learning content. Okay. And this content is developed by different companies, organizations, and we can see different kind of websites or CDs coming into the market. So suppose the student is having a knowledge of history or geography, there is nowhere technology involved in it. It is not involved in it, but it is on the periphery. It is supporting every kind of content to bring it or to publish it or to make it public. And that is why once you know such skills, any kind of content, you can actually, modify it, you can publish it with the help of technology.
Super. Now, this brings me to a question with respect to content writing. Since you have spoken of, content and then publishing that content, how about the students in the humanity faculty specifically, and even generally other students also from different faculties, can those who like and those who even are fairly able to, whether they like or not, should they focus on a skill called as writing skill or a content writing skill, and how much important that would be, or how much lucrative that can be in terms of job opportunities?
Actually, sir, content writing is kind of, the skill which cannot be developed to a very great extent. It can be improved. But some students may have a very good aptitude for writing, so they can focus on this. But content writing has many aspects like linguistic skills and those abilities, creative writing, technical writing. So there are many branches of it. So these are very specialized skill sets that everybody cannot actually go and towards advancement, but everybody should focus on basic, at least writing, maybe grammatical part of it, or basic linguistic abilities. Everybody should try to focus on it. As I mentioned, in business communication skills, we try to introduce different types of business letters. So how should be the salutation, what should be the complimentary clause, how you address your officers, like your in-house officers and the officers who are in the government or higher level authorities. So all these things, the students should know, and this should be a part of their learning. They should not try to find everything in curriculum. Even teachers should not try to find everything in curriculum. Where is constitution in history and where is constitution in botany and zoology? It's not like that. There is one more thing I would like to, sir, mention here that is quite important as a teacher, I believe. In the school curriculum, there are 8 core elements. There are different core elements like gender, equality and all that, environmental conservation, different core elements are there which are based on the values. So it is advised to the teachers through the handbooks and their training programs that whatever content it may be, you should try to relate it to these qualities and values. For example, gender equality. It is a mathematics teacher. Now tell me how it is possible for a mathematics teacher to focus on gender equality. But recently, if you go through the textbooks, you will find that in some mathematical problems, this gender bias is removed. Father may be shown cooking or buying vegetables. Mother may be shown like sitting and reading newspaper or gardening or driving. So from wherever there is an opportunity, you should see that there is no gender bias. There should not be any particular kind of confinement of domestic chores which should be performed only by women. And a man has to maintain a particular kind of what we say personality. So that prejudice and mental formation has been removed. And so
Okay,
this teacher
wonderful.
has to remember, always try to correlate the content to other values. So similarly for technology also, it may not be a part of your curriculum, but you should see what can be done with this content if you know technology also.
Okay, wonderful. So I think that was a great addition in terms of what the students should be focusing. And I believe that we were mostly talking about students undergoing graduation courses. I would like to come a step below and try to understand, and would like to have your advice on, say, irrespective of what faculties these students are going to go after 12th standard, what do you think these students in the age group of, say, standard 11th and 12th do in order to develop their skills, or at least set a good foundation for developing these kind of skills?
So this is the right time where they should start with the basic soft skills like interpersonal and intrapersonal communication skills. Intrapersonal communication skills are very important because this is the time when they develop the self-image. They try to get that self-esteem. So that is the intrapersonal communication. Interpersonal, like how to present themselves, how to speak, how to communicate with others, what should be the right body language. Like there are some concepts in management, work management. For example, positive body language, your eye contact, gestures, your posture. So these are the things which are taught in positive body language, work ethic. So this is the right time to learn the soft skills. And hard skills, as I told you, which is related to IT, because that will help them to take up any subject and make a career. What we say, when they choose any career, they should not fall behind just because the content did not have that particular technology or technical skill.
Correct.
Computers, to some extent, they are taught at the school level also, but sometimes in some cases like arts faculty or commerce faculty, there is not much technical education given to them. So they should keep in mind and try to learn.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I think one more thing which I would like to suggest at this point is, since you are mentioning about communication skills and about salutation and about how do you communicate formally with people, nowadays most of the communication happens on email, and I have experienced personally from various students, they really lack the skills in writing a proper email, and even they lack email etiquettes as well as the care to be taken while writing an email. So in fact, there are certain trainers in the market who are just focusing on helping you with right email writing skills.
Yes, sir. Sir, in BVOC courses, we don't say courses, in BVOC programs, we have soft skills as a compulsory part of every program. So in this soft skill programs, we teach them different kinds of etiquettes. Email etiquettes is one of the parts, like how to write the message body, what should be the, like how you should address the person to whom you are writing. Suppose I'm inviting you for a talk, so how should I write it? In Marathi, we write Adaraniya sir. So in English, it becomes respected sir. So it should be like dear Dr. Deshmukh, dear Mr. Deshmukh, or suppose I'm writing to some government official, so it is just sir. If I'm writing to just my director or head, it can be dear sir. So these things. And what should be the message body like? What should be the complimentary clause? And before you shoot the email, you write the recipient's address and then CC, BCC. When you reply somebody's email, then when you have to click on reply, when on reply to all. So these email etiquettes are also taught as a part of the subject. And not only that, how you have to work in a team, how you have to work in an environment, office environment. So these are categorized under different skills like generic skills and professional skills. So generic skills are domain related skills. Suppose I am coordinating renewable energy, I'm teaching there, coordinating also. So generic skills are, that is a part of that domain. You have to maintain some kind of documents and all that. But professional skills, in any field there, you require that. Just now, as you mentioned, writing email. It can be any profession. You can be a teacher, officer, trainer, whatever, but you need to write an email. So they are professional skills which one has to acquire. So students should focus on learning these. Like as you said, there might be some resources available for learning these things. But in our BWork program, we have these subjects.
Superb. That's wonderful. So now we come, since we are now approaching towards the end of the show, I would like to understand what are the various skill development courses available at Pune University, and how students can approach Pune University, whether they are like formal courses only to be taken up when they take admissions for postgraduate courses, or they are available at UG, and even if they are available as a certificate courses for outsiders.
Okay, sir. Sir, for 12th standard students, university campus offers a very few courses. One of them is Bachelor of Vocation degree program. I can see one student from my department here, Prasad Suman. So under Bachelor of Vocation degree program, we offer the courses in sectors like manufacturing skills, renewable energy, and retail management. So renewable energy is the field which has a great future, because there is no alternative than adopting the renewable energy resources. So we have this course, and the job role for this particular course is solar photovoltaic system installation engineer. As I said, Bachelor of Vocation course has a job role already defined. As for medical course, MBBS, BMS, there is a job role, doctor, physician. For B.Ed course, job role is teacher. But for other BA, BSc, BCom, there are no job roles. They just select a few subjects, and you go through the content, appear for the examinations, pass out. For BWork, there is a job role, solar PV system installation engineer. Similarly, we have manufacturing skills, so where they can learn its production of variety of things and how the things are produced using technology. And one more course we have is retail management. The main feature of this retail management course is that it is conducted in collaboration with Maruti Industries Limited. So Maruti Industries are the mentors and trainers, sole mentors and trainers for this entire curriculum. Not only that, for second year and third year, they pay the stipend also, because students actually work in their showrooms. They have 4 showrooms like Nexa, Arena, True Value, and all these showrooms. So students actually work on the front desk. So they are paid stipend right from second year and third year. So Maruti is strictly monitoring this course. The very professional kind of training is given to the students, and the stipend as well. So this is also a very good course for commerce students, like those who have passed 12th commerce.
Okay. And do these companies also offer employment after the course is completed?
Yes, sir, of course, because these companies, they offer placement because they are training for their own purpose. Like they may be able to appoint the students based on their performances. And as you mentioned, sir, about writing, we conduct some certification courses in technical writing, some electrical appliances repair, financial planning skills. So these are the courses which are open for outsiders also. These are the students who are not a part of university. They may be studying elsewhere, or they may be professionals. For technical writing also, there is tremendous placement, and because we directly get the requirement from the companies. And one more characteristic feature of these courses is that our 60% training is offered by the industry professionals. 40% training is given by teaching is done by academic teachers, faculty over there.
That's wonderful.
And then industry mentors are there. When they are involved, whatever they teach is state of the art. It is not the old and stale matter. What they are doing in their industry or on field, the same thing is actually given to the students. And when the students go to the industries for learning, it is actually whatever is going on at the present hour. So it may not happen in other traditional kind of courses, because they learn from the book and in the laboratories. Laboratory is not even exact replica of industry, but here it is industry training.
Okay, so by when, one last question, since you mentioned that your course is 60% by the industry and 40% by the university teaching staff members, that means yes, university also realizes that practical curriculum is the need of the day. So by when can we expect that most of the colleges will start offering skill development courses the way university has initiated this?
Since many colleges have started this Bachelor of Vocation degree programs in different sectors, like Ferguson, Avasep, Garware. Then there are some colleges in Sangvi and other suburban areas. They're offering this Bachelor of Vocation degree programs, but only their sectors are different. So students can actually, go visit the websites or under, even if they search Bachelor of Vocation programs in Pune or Maharashtra, they will be able to see the list of programs and the colleges offering them. So depending on their choice, they can select any such program. Okay, but the colleges, how they implement the program, that they need to check whether there is on-job training facility, because it is a little difficult to tie up with the industry, because industry has to invest their manpower and give their time to the students to train them. Training raw students is a little difficult task, but then that is a main part. So you have to search whether the college is having any tie-up with the industry for on-job training and placement support. So in university, at the university, we are taking care of these things. We try to seek support from them, because like for renewable energy, recently in last 1 month, a number of students have been placed by very big companies like Zetri, Kalpa Power, Clean Max Enviro Solutions, then Panama group of companies. These are well-known big companies in the renewable energy sector. So they have placed, because their mentors are also, the officials are mentors for these courses. So that is one big advantage.
Okay, super. Thank you so much, Dr. Anjali ma'am. I think importance of skills is much emphasized nowadays, and I'm sure students do understand this. And thank you so much for explaining all these details to all our students. And I'm sure many more people who are watching on Facebook as well as YouTube channels also got benefited out of this talk. Dr. Anjali Ramteke, you spared this time and you spared your wisdom and your passion for skill development with all of us. So that's really worth commendable. Thank you so much for being with us. Just in case, we will quickly have 1 minute in case any of the audience has any question.
Yes, sir, sure.
Yeah, so in case any audience has any question, you can post your question in the chat room and we can ask Dr. Anjali, and she will definitely answer the question.
Yes, Prasad, Akshay, even Yash is attending. Yeah, I told Yash to attend the program, so he is attending. Great. So any of the Siddhi is there, Siddhi, Abhay, Akshay. If you have any question, you can ask, or if you have any point, you can share also. So it may enrich our knowledge too. New generation always has something new to share. So you can share.
I think Abhay has something to share. Yes, Abhay, go
on. Yeah, so I had one question, like in general, soft skills are necessary and many of the students overlook just because they don't know the potential of it unless they come across a situation where they thought that where they would, like if we had the skills, we would have, easily surpassed the situation. If we were educated on those skills, we would have, surpassed the situation.
Yes.
But they actually don't participate to, study those skills or develop in those skills. So how can we make, the students or others see the potential of it or see the end result of what these skills can do to yourself, your personality?
Yes, I think Abhay has shared his thought. It's a thought more than a question, but he has rightly said, and at a very early age, he has realized, because 2 weeks ago I had organized one program for our technical writing batch, and that was enhancing your employability quotient. So there were eminent faculties like Makarand Pandit sir was there, Paresh Naik, who is the director of BMC Software, he was there. So I remember one striking sentence he made that day. He said, had I known these, skills like how to handle the stress and the stressful communications, my days would have been better. So as it is, he is a very calm and meticulous person, but still he faced a need at that age when he is a director. But Abhay has pointed out at this age that really, if we know the skills, we would have, a better kind of environment and time for us. But he
Yes.
says students don't realize the need to learning all this in a formal mode. So like informally or somehow we have to keep on organizing such sessions and give them some kind of counseling support, personal support. So not under the particular terminology or jargon, but somehow they will be learning, they will be receiving the support. So that is how the method should be employed till 12th standard. But for graduates and postgraduates, they should realize the need and they must try to learn. Because what happens, when they have to get ready for the interview, they don't know the simple things, body language and how to dress up and all. Then they, get rejected and then they start learning. That should not be the case. But they should try preparing for that right from junior college itself, as Abhay rightly said.
Yes, and in fact, just to complement what you are saying, and just to further give my 2 cents on this, Abhay, as you have rightly mentioned, many students do not realize the importance of these important skills, and they only realize when they face the
Difficulty, yes.
music because of that. When they either get rejected in an interview, or they don't qualify for a particular scholarship or any particular thing which they are looking forward to, it's only then that they realize. But quite often it also happens that in spite of realizing, they tend to blame something else, or either some industry or some process, and they just try to move away. This is something which every individual student needs to understand and needs to take responsibility of, that whatever is required to be successful has to be done by the student himself.
Yes.
Right, that charge has to be taken by the student. The students cannot depend on the college to simply keep on imparting these skills, and students will not attend those sessions or lectures. This won't happen. So every student individually has to realize, and only those students who will realize, they will go ahead, and
Yes.
the 20-80 principle always will remain. 80% of the students will still go in a normal way, and 20% will always accelerate and cruise
That's
past
true.
their career way.
Yes, Abhay is one of them. So he knows. He knows not
Yes.
only the need for everyone, but he has realized that is a self-realization. One who can understand what is lacking in others. So that is a very good step in the development of one's mind, we can say. And
Absolutely.
yes, as sir said, not to like interview and exams and all, sometimes some selections and all, they get do not qualify, and then they feel a little bit depressed. So not only those situations, but day-to-day situations also, these skills are very useful. How to handle the stress, how to digest the kinds of refusals, rejections, and to stand those challenging situations, hard situations. So one has to have a very strong mind, very strong
Absolutely.
emotional quotient. Then only you can thrive, because it is not something the matter of life. Everything has to be process of life.
Yes. In fact, I would like to share, I have been part of corporates for almost 20 years, and I was on the other side of the table, wherein I used to interview a lot of students across various campuses.
Okay.
And Abhay, let me tell you, at this point of time, most of the time a candidate gets rejected not for his technical knowledge, but for his attitude or
Yes.
for his soft skills. This
Yes.
is like 90% of the time, because we as corporates do understand that there is a gap between what universities teach in terms of knowledge and what industry needs in terms of knowledge. Since there is industry will always move ahead, or it will be always accelerating faster than a educational institute. So they always know that they have to train people when they hire them. So it's not a matter if a particular candidate doesn't have a knowledge of a particular thing, technical knowledge of a particular thing, in say, for example, if it is computer science, if he is not really great in coding, he still will be taught the practical coding when he gets
Yes.
hired. But people, people are hired for their attitude. And attitude is built through the soft skills. Attitude is built through what you have gone through in your entire educational or overall life. So
Yes.
students should understand that you don't get hired for your degree or your technical knowledge. You get hired for your attitude.
Yes. That is very true, sir. Very truly said. Because in these professional courses like technical writing, I've been hearing from all the mentors that you are not going to get hired by the company just because you have some degree and some experience, but your trainability, your people to people interaction, your
Yes,
attitude, and whether the company would like to get this guy in their, in.
correct.
So, which person you would like to allow to be a part of your organization? So, from that point of view, they try to assess you, judge you. So, here the interpersonal communication skills play a very important role. And many times, students have some kind of this thing like, I am experienced, I have particular degree, but that may not be the only thing which will, take you through the test. So as sir
Absolutely.
rightly said, and he put it in a very right manner, that from that side of the desk, when you are a recruiter or an interviewer, what things you would like to have in a person whom you are going to make a part of your company. So very important. This is very important for everyone to remember. So that is why having these personality skills is very important.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think we are already 9 past
Yes.
9. So I think let's take a break now. Thank you so much, Dr.
I would
Anjali.
like to say one thing for sir, for those who all are attending and those who are connected with BoldNet and to Avinash Deshmukh sir. There is one shlok in Upanishada which says, Uttishtaha Jagrata, Prapya Varanni Bodhata, Shurasya Nishita Dhara. As Abhay said, students do not realize need to learn certain things we mentioned. But here the meaning of this shlok is, Uttishtaha Jagrata, Utha, Jage bha, Prapya Varanni Bodhata. When you have got such an excellent teachers, okay, so when you have got such an excellent teachers, please rise and get up, okay, to learn from that teacher. Okay, so this is quite appropriate and for Avinash Deshmukh sir. He is there to guide the students so well. He is taking efforts to introduce you with the things which may not be discussed in the college also. Okay, so my message would be the same, Uttishta Jagrata. Okay, because you have got an excellent teacher to learn from whom, from the one. Okay. And
Thank you.
Shurasya Nishita Dhara says, we have something like we can say this philosophy which has influenced the West also. I don't remember. I forgot the name of the Somerset mom, a philosopher, Western philosopher, who was highly impressed by this line in Kathopanishada, Shurasya Nishita Dhara, razor's blade. So he has written a novel, Razor's Blade. Razor's Blade means it's very sharp. Can you walk on that? No. So it is difficult to walk over, and it is also difficult to cross this road of learning, gaining knowledge. Now they are talking about self-knowledge, but it is a part of everything. Self-knowledge, universal knowledge and all that. So this is the message, and which I appreciate very much, because I did not know what kind of session it would be. And when sir had discussed with me, he thought I would be a humble person. So he called me because he is, as he said, he is having corporate experience, and he is, trying to evaluate the people from that side of the desk. So I thank you very much, sir, because you thought I would be a right person to, talk on this forum. And all of you are very lucky because you have direct connection with the sir, because this is the need of the time. Online gurus, YouTube videos, Google, not a single question will be answered in a comment section. Whatever difficulties you face, you follow their recipes, you follow their regimen to develop any kind of thing, but they don't answer your queries. But I think sir is there to answer all your queries. So that's a
Thank you.
wonderful part. Thank you very much,
Thank you
sir,
so
on
much.
behalf of all the students.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for this honor, and it will be always a pleasure to interact with you, and we hope to see you again in various activities organized by BoldNet.
Yes, sir. Actually, you wanted my teams to join, but short of notice, so they were not actually available. They were not confirming. So it is not good to keep something on hang fire. So I thought I would join, but next time definitely we will have better interaction, more prepared.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much. So thank you, audience. Thanks a lot for joining us. And I hope this session was useful and you found it helpful. And we look forward to you gaining a lot from developing your skills. Till then, Wish you all the best and see you next Wednesday with another episode of Bold Talks. Thank you so much.
Sir. Yes. Thank you very